Welcome to first and only SaaS Talk Show featured on LinkedIn. And this is the Startup Edition episode where I cover founders and entrepreneurs making an impact in this world. Today, I will be interviewing Michael McCarroll, a co-founder at Teamraderie. Teamraderie helps leaders build connection, commitment, and trust in teams through intriguing shared online experiences and measurement software. Today, we'll be discussing sales kickoff meetings and how important they can be in re-energizing your sales teams for a successful year. And if you're watching this show for the first time, check out our LinkedIn company page to access more episodes, and I'll leave a link to SaaS Growth Ventures in the comments below. Today, we're going to talk about sales kickoffs, which may seem like a thing of the past, but even in today's digital environment, hosting a sales kickoff can offer an amazing rewards. A kickoff meeting should be designed to bring your entire team, sales team, together. And the first key of element of successful kickoff is education. This is an opportunity to share product updates and new company strategies. But kickoff should also be focused on team engagement. It is important to give sales reps the chance to share best practices, to vent, and to learn from each other. Those events can be an excellent opportunity to make your team members feel valued. And finally, sales kickoffs are about energy. A successful and motivating kickoff can breathe the new life into your team. It should help them face the year ahead with new energy, insights, and inspiration. And here to talk more about this is Michael McCarroll. Michael is a co-founder of Teamraderie. His past company, Lattice Engines, was acquired by Dun and Bradstreet, and 18 months later, the combined D&B Lattice went public for $10 billion. It's great to have you back on the show, Michael. Thank you so much for being here today.
Right. Well, thanks, Artem. It's good to be here and really appreciate the work that you and the SaaS Talk Show are doing.
Excellent. For those that may have missed your first appearance on the show, please take a moment and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about your superpower.
Well, my superpower, if you can call it one, is I've always been incredibly curious about how and why teams work. So as my career transitioned from being an individual contributor to managing people, I often found I was ill-equipped to inspire, to encourage, or to lead people. And I was always interested in people like, for me, it was like Phil Jackson, the NBA coach, or Colin Powell, or others that had led really talented people to winning outcomes. So my superpower is really just curiosity about how they do it, and then interest to learn from those people and try to help other people do the same types of things that great leaders do.
Great intro. Thank you, Michael. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. In the coming weeks, companies will be preparing for sales kickoffs. And kickoffs events are important for aligning strategy, motivating sales teams, and generating energy around offers and products and celebrating the success. And usually it's done in person and in a hotel, ballroom, or large shared space. And of course, this year will be obviously very different. So how are companies hosting kickoffs in the light of the current challenges we face regarding pandemic, social distancing, and reduced travels?
Yeah, so look, sales kickoff is definitely different in format, and I think that's something we all understand. It's also different in objectives, and that's probably the more interesting piece. So difference in format is obvious. There's no hotel ballrooms, no trips to Vegas. The difference in objectives is probably a little bit less obvious, as we've been talking to CEOs and CROs for the last few months. They're all looking to do probably 3 different things with their teams this year, and it's a little different than prior years. So the first one maybe is the same as always. It's creating excitement. So there's always a goal to creating excitement at sales kickoffs. sometimes it's hard in the midst of the long kind of darker days and the tough situation with the pandemic to kind of fill yourself with the right sense of optimism. But by the time your kickoff happens in January, February, or March, a lot of things will look different, and you need to make sure that you're providing a really energizing message to meet the time. So that's the first thing, is create excitement. Second thing I think people are looking to do is capture new customer attitudes. So customer needs have changed like never before. So businesses have different things that they need from you, and they need new things from your reps. And so it's probably more important than ever to reflect on customer needs during your kickoff. And the virtual format lends itself to bringing a customer on for 30 minutes, for an hour, to talk to your team, bringing multiple customers on. And it is a really effective way at showing your sales team how customer needs, customer imperatives, customer purchase preferences have evolved. And then the last piece is just preparing for the year ahead. So 2021 is going to be a year like no other. The first half of the year is going to be about continuing to adapt to this different sense of normal that we've all been in. But the second half is really going to be about transitioning into this next normal on the other side of a vaccine or reduced spread. And you need to get your team ready for the fact that the first half and the second half of the year are going to be quite different. They need different strategies and they need different things from you, but you just need to get them ready for those two phases.
Great advice. So 2021, as you said, will be certainly different. And many found that 2020 was a year in which success required best thinking rather than best practices. So what attitude changes do you see being important for sales leaders in 2021?
Yeah, so probably there's three, I think, attitudinal shifts that leaders are trying to make. So the first one has to do with